Look at this world, man. It is genuinely an incredible thing to see. It's just also how much there is, or how little rather, there is left to do. And look at this, down here, we've got 6 slots, and that's pretty much it. And I know what that is, And, you know, a couple of these are going to be farms, so that's most of it already figured out, and the rest, I mean, I think I found stuff for the rest of the area, I can find stuff for that quick enough. And then we move here. This is the only other building that needs doing is the fort. And as you can see, that has already technically been started because we've got this first wall of the fort here. So what are my goals for today? Well, I want to expand the wall. Essentially, I'm going to build the fort once I've built up to here because I'm doing sort of a row at a time. That's how I've done it since the start. That's how I'm going to continue to do it today. So we're going to kind of build half of this fort. We're going to build the wall sort of up to the middle point, both in the front and the back. And then we are going to shoot all the way down here. I'm sorry, I can't shoot quite as quickly as I'd like to. It's a big map. But shoot all the way down here. Build up those walls there, which is an easy enough. I mean, there's enough walls already. It's easy enough for me to do. It's still... Well, it's still a decent chunk. I mean, we've done a lot. We've done the vast majority of the walls, but still a decent chunk left to do. But we'll get the walls done up to this road here, and then we're going to build a building here. I'm probably going to build a brothel here, if I'm being honest, because we do have one, but we only have the one. A city like this would have had more than one. And I'm also going to put a living area here for sort of a more kind of a smaller housing living area, which is also the kind of place where, shockingly, an establishment like that would have been set up, is, you know, within sort of walking distance of people. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process. I want to build those walls up, I want to build those walls up, and I want to get these 2 buildings done. I don't know if that's possible, to be honest, because walls always take a lot longer than I intend them to. So we're going to have to wait and see. But what I will say right now is let's get started. Well, there's some progress, isn't there, if we've gotten all the way up here. But let's start at the beginning. And firstly, what we must talk about for really only a brief bit is that the fort has been expanded out a little bit more. Well, the inside hasn't, the walls for it have been. The walls are now, I suppose, technically just over half built because those are the middle sections. But obviously you can see how it's going to look. The walls are going to look like that. So obviously we've still got a lot of expansion to do, but as I sort of always said, I was going to do that wall and then the interior when I finish that row. And well, as you can see from here, that row is actually very, very nearly done, which I wasn't entirely expecting to say. My goal was hopefully to get these 2 done, which I did. But I wasn't expecting to start up there. I was expecting this to be just about done. So, we'll start at the beginning. First of all, wall expansion. Not a particularly interesting thing, but this is supposed to be my, what have I worked on? And yeah, I worked on wall expansion. That's part of what I did. It's not the most exciting part of the video, but it is something. It is also raining. God damn it, it's always rained in this bloody world. Well, I guess it is London. Anyway, we have our building here, and what is this? Well, it's a brothel. Yeah, I built a brothel. Again. Okay, so look. These things were commonplace in Roman settlements and cities. I would dare say a lot more common than how many we've got in this place, which is just 2. So, under the circumstances, I'd say it's okay. You see, we have the doorway here. This leads into kind of a sitting area. And this, well, this is actually, well, I mean, in terms of the look, it isn't historically accurate, but I kind of view this as this is where you would get, I'm going to show I know a little bit too much about this topic. This is where you would pick up brothel tokens. You didn't use money, you used tokens. You would change the money for tokens here. Then there's a sitting area here. We've got a drinking area here. And this area here is just sort of full of bathrooms to, well, you got a loo there, but you've also got the ability to wash yourself and stuff like that. I swear I only know this stuff because I'm a student of history. part of Roman history. It's relevant. And then we have up here, and up here are basically just the rooms, which have a bed, carpet, a chest, and a flower. And I've used, oh, that hasn't got a door. I've used different colours for different rooms. And you can see the windows up here actually have shutters on them, because you wouldn't have them open, would you? All the clients coming in. Oh, down here you have, I guess. But, you know, upstairs is a little more private. I imagine this also would be a local drinking establishment that some people might use just for that reason. So it'd be perfectly reasonable. Whereas upstairs, it's only got one purpose. And in here we have a garden. Because who says CD has to look ugly? I quite like the garden. I kind of went with purple as a bit of a theme for the colours because it felt like it fitted. That's the only reason, but I like it. Same reason I went with purple here. I know this is not accurate, but I like it. And then here we have a housing area. And it's very simple. It's very, 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 very simple. It's just different houses. They're all basically the same kind of layout. The thing is, we've got houses here, but we've got quite a few sort of like here, and we've got here, and further out that way. We've got a lot of these like larger properties for rich people. But I realised we have some, but we don't have tons of property for poorer people. Which, you know, there would have been a lot of back then. Well, now we do. Now we do. And then we move up here to what is going to be a public gardens. But what is now, as you can see, very half done. I had this idea for what I wanted it to be, and obviously it's going to look a lot nicer than this when it's done. But this was very much me laying out my idea, because obviously that idea can be copied to all four corners. So this was me sort of laying it out so that next time I can easily replicate it. But yeah, that's kind of what we've done. And we've got this sort of centre gazebo here, which I think I need to work on a little bit because it's a bit squarer than I wanted it to be. But, you know, next time problems. So that's what we've done this time, and I'm very proud of myself. I think I set myself a very ambitious goal of expanding that wall, and then doing these two here. That was very ambitious, but I was happy that I got it done. What I wasn't expecting was to start this. I kind of figured out halfway through this was going to be a gardens, but I didn't expect to get a chance to start it. So next time, well, I'm going to keep being ambitious. I'm going to say next time we get the gardens done. Shouldn't be too difficult considering, you know, that was sort of half hour's work. Then we're going to get these walls finished off. Again, not super ambitious. Then we're going to fill it. Then we're going to get every single thing in here done. That's the goal for next time. And then the goal for the time after will hopefully be doing some of the work around here, building up the walls, building some of the buildings. We've only got 3 plots and a fort left. 3 and a fort. That's pretty amazing. We're so close, so close. I really would like to get this done, but, you know, I want to get this episode out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time with hopefully even more progress. Take care.